Welcome to Finding the Fire. The fire inside is what drives us. Left unattended, it can burn out of control. In Finding the Fire, Cindy Jacobson speaks with guests, telling stories of trauma and triumph. In sharing our experiences, we find connection and understanding. Join her now as we burn through the walls of separation. Get ready for Finding the Fire, and let's find your spark.
And we're back.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. Girl.
Huge day today.
Oh my gosh. So huge.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Huge.
What in the world just happened right now? Okay, so I'll just tell you really quick. Watching you do that was amazing. So tell what we just came from.
Oh my gosh.
So
this was like a long time coming. This was our Giving House project that, yeah, it was big, huge.
the family
The family
people
and
in
the
house is
baby
so
and the
beautiful.
last owner, and they're all teachers in the community. And what are we even talking about? These guys have no idea. So
No, let's rewind.
yeah. Back up a minute. So we just did our ribbon cutting at the Giving House. And what is the Giving House? The Giving House is a project that we do through our nonprofit, Homes for Hearts. Homes for Hearts is all about getting people into homes. Hence the name. And the Giving House project, we rehabbed and subsidized a home for an amazing family in the community. And so they signed on it on Friday, so they got to move in, and today we had a ribbon cutting. So everybody that helped and donated and came out to donate time or materials, or some businesses in town donated some amazing stuff, landscaping, and just so much.
Yeah, and just a lot of like manpower.
Yeah, a lot of manpower, a lot of heart, a lot of community members came together to make this a thing and to make
People
it beautiful.
are just so great.
Yes.
They just want to help.
Yes. And honestly, it couldn't have turned out better.
Yeah.
I couldn't have imagined it better. And so, yes, we had our ribbon cutting today. We got to meet the family. We got to walk through the house, and we had some before and after pictures there. So, yeah, we are all done with this one.
In this
They get to have Thanksgiving in their house with their cute family. Yeah, so super exciting.
Hey.
I'm so glad that this one is done, because it was a long time. But yeah, after a short breather, then we're going to ramp up for our next project.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have so many people raring to go, and if you guys want to volunteer and get out there, we'll give you links and stuff, and follow our Facebook page, Homes for Hearts, and also Finding the Fire. We'll have links to all the volunteer opportunities coming up. But yeah, Homes for Hearts is all about just involving community and helping out where you can. Even the smallest amount counts.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you're just
just
hey,
wanna
here's a
come
bottle of water.
Yeah.
I can't do anything physically, but here's some water, or I want to come mop the floors, or hey, I've got some skill set. Tyler was amazing. He came and put in some backsplash for us and a tub surround, and
I was there after the vandalism. There were so many people
my
wanting to help
gosh.
just clean up, and people came out of the woodwork to just help and
reinfuse that house with love and
It's
heart
such a-
after.
such a light now. See,
Yes, bringing
Such
light
a
back to
light.
it.
Yep.
So that one, yes, that was a fun thing we did just now. So I'm
So
excited
good.
about that.
the chamber was there, so it
Yes.
was the energy was so fun.
Yes, and the family is so cute.
They were adorable. Gosh, so cute.
So we do have our next glow party scheduled, and you guys use glow parties.
So fun.
Even though they are fun, it's all about fun, because if we're not having fun, what are we doing, right? So these fundraisers are going back to the nonprofit,
Yes.
Homes for Hearts, and it's all about just helping the community. So come to the glow party, see what the hype's about, you guys.
Oh my gosh, this next one.
It's
Okay.
gonna be so good.
I don't know okay, if you have not been to Avocado West or West Village, by the way, not sure where you live,
I know.
maybe
Must be
perhaps a
under
cave or
rock.
Mars or something.
I think somebody over there might be living
There's
under
some
a rock.
people I know that may not have been there. If you have not yet been there, I want you to immediately after you watch this, get your hiney in your car, drive to Avocado West. That place is where it's at.
Yes.
I was already there once today. I usually go there 2-3 times a day.
West Village is
Yes.
the bulk of it, but
Oh my
Avocado
goodness.
is the coffee
Avocado.
shop that is amazing.
And just even if you don't drink coffee, but you like people. Yeah. Even if you're like in a I don't want to talk to people mood, you go in there. Everybody's your family and your friends, and
it's like Cheers, where everybody knows your name.
It's so swanky. And Elise West is the owner of Affogato, and she's turned it into this West Village, which is truly turned into a community space. So I had someone there that hadn't been there yet this morning, and was like, "Yay! What is this place? This place is so cool." I'm like, "I'm telling you what,
I love taking. Hey, you guys, reach out to us. We'll take you and a coffee on us, okay?
Exactly,
because you've got to check this place out.
Yeah, they do amazing. They do farmers market on Wednesday night. The place is packed. They do live music on Sunday. The place is packed. But this glow party, when this place shuts down. It's going to be what?
It is on like Donkey Kong.
Yes. So it's going to be fun.
So December 10th, it's a Tuesday, is our next glow party. And it's
party in St. George on a Tuesday night?
Party in St. George, Tuesday night. I mean, indoors, so it's warm. Let's be honest. I don't like to be cold. So
that's why we live here.
Yes, that's why you live in St. George. Mm-hmm. So, 6:30.
What happens? I show up. I'm tired. My kids
show up at 6:30.
We just show up. If I had a tired, long day, I just want to come. Let's say I just want girl time. Or maybe, I come. What happens when I come in the door?
Your life is forever changed.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
Literally, it is just about having fun, right? Yeah. But you get a little sweet surprise when we talk about finding your fire and finding that light within and spreading it through the community and friends and family and whatever. And I can't really put it into words here. You just have to come and experience it.
Well, I will tell you from the last one, I didn't realize I was going to get we did a little healing, and it was really fun to look inside and think of how I can be more of service to others. And it was awesome.
Yeah. And that's just really what it's about. It's finding our light and helping others shine theirs. And that's it. And we have fun doing it.
And this is going to be glow party. Hello, how can you not have fun with glow sticks, glow party, glow paint, dancing, live music?
All the glowy things.
Yeah. So the 10th at West Village.
At West Village.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
What time's it start? What time's it end? How do I get tickets?
Starts at 6:30. Tickets are on findingthefire.com. Also on Facebook at Homes for Hearts Foundation. Finding the Fire under my name. Cammy shares it on her page. Mm-hmm. You can find us anywhere. Go to Affogato. They will have tickets there for you to buy. I think we might do a giveaway too, actually.
Bet you we could. If you're a business that has something you want to give away, let us know.
Well, I think
otherwise, do you have an idea?
I'm thinking we should give away a ticket.
When? Right? I love a ticket giveaway.
I know. It's it's brewing in here. So think about it. We'll have to think of what the details are, but maybe
like, comment, share,
and be and tag off. I don't know. We'll figure it out by the end of this. But
by the end of this.
But right now, we are about burning down the walls of separation.
Yes.
And it is completely my belief if we knew each other's hearts, we would have no enemies, right?
I agree, yeah.
If we knew where somebody else came from in their life, we would have no judgments. We would have no separation. You would be my best friend. This person over here that you can't see would be my best friend, even though I haven't met him yet. Literally. So what we do is share our stories and where we've been and make people realize hey, we've all gone through some stuff, right? Some heavy stuff sometimes. Yeah. And we still get the choice of what we want to do after that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's for a reason.
It is, we don't get to choose that heavy stuff that happens to us. But we get to choose what we do with it.
Yeah.
And when I first met you, okay, Cammy, we had a mutual friend that was you have got to meet this girl. And we both kept hearing this. You've got to meet this girl. You got to meet this girl. And we just couldn't connect.
Yeah.
And
because we're insanely busy.
Right. Because we're changing the world.
That's right.
So when we finally did, we literally had 15 minutes to connect. And I'm like, okay, I'm going over there because I got to meet this girl.
I got 11:45 to 12 o'clock open.
Yes.
You good? Yeah.
Yeah. That's I think that was
exactly
the
what it
time.
was, yeah.
Exactly. And I like burnt rubber in there to meet you over at the Society Center, which is also an amazing place. So
Yes, look them up for
yeah,
sure.
Society Center is a great place for connection for women, especially. And yeah, in minutes, I think we were bawling like tears.
Yeah.
Like it was like, I found my sister and then I got, where have you been? And like,
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I've never had that before. That was awesome.
Well, girl, I'm
Not
telling
knowing
you
at the
what,
time what was about to.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, the universe was just waiting for us to find each other again.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But this girl has a big story too.
I do.
And,
I don't know if it's big, but it's a
It
story.
is, and I've asked her if she feels comfortable sharing, and we'll see how much she wants to share. But she does have a story that changed the path of
Yeah.
her life, right?
Yeah, I do. So I'll start with the most recent and go back maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just, after I came, I left the ribbon cutting, I went over to the society and we collected some donations for victims of human trafficking for their Thanksgiving. So I'm going to cry. I do
Just
that.
start
I'm
crying.
sorry.
It's okay.
I'm
You
sorry,
guys,
I'm
like
crying.
a bunch of women got together. Thanks to you and Rachel and people
Gosh,
like
Rachel's so amazing.
Oh my God, I know. And we all brought some donations for these families to have a good Thanksgiving dinner.
Like when
right?
people are nice to each other, I just can't even handle it. I just such a crybaby. So Rachel organized these meals, and like you said, you brought donations in. People just brought donations in, and I came to see what it all was and to organize it. And I'm just so excited that we can bring unexpected people at Thanksgiving. You know when you are in a dark place, you think you are forgotten about.
Oh yeah.
And you don't matter. And tonight, when we go deliver these, people are going to know that they matter, that no one forgot about them. So I'm just so
Make me
overwhelmed.
cry.
Like people are amazing. So I came from your ribbon cutting to all of these people that wanted to help. And then I run to the Society Center and more people want to help. And I'm just so grateful. So even if you can't go, like you said, physically help, just it's Thanksgiving right now, take a minute and really look at your family. Take a minute with them. Take a minute with your friends that you love and realize how blessed you are. The people that I get to work with are in a really hard place. They don't know that they matter and they don't know that they're safe. And just the light that you were able to bring just by just the project that you did for this family, amazing. Tonight when we go deliver these meals, we're going to be headed into some dark areas, and it's amazing what can happen with love. Mm-hmm. It's amazing what can happen when there's no judgment. And I'm just so grateful for that.
And when they realize that people do care, because these, do you want to talk about what type of families or what type of people you're going to be?
Yeah, so these meals are going to go to people that are survivors of sex trafficking and also people that are still in the life. So it's a hard, dark place.
When these, I would say girls, but it's not even just girls, right? It's girls,
families,
boys, it's families, it's everything. It's everything. And when they're in that, they get such, like, their light is dim or gone. Mm-hmm. And they don't know that people out there actually care. They're brainwashed, right? Or told that they don't matter and nobody's going to care for them and nobody's going to help them. And
constantly sexually assaulted, physically assaulted, things like that. So just to come in as a philanthropy group and bring in some love in hopes that they'll take my hand and relieve with me. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. So
just show them a little light.
It's amazing what love can do to people. It can break down barriers. I've seen really big, tough guys, accept aid and be like, thank you, God bless you, and it's amazing if you just, like you said, knew people's story, you wouldn't have any enemies. So just be a little bit more patient with the person that cuts you off. Be a little bit more just kind when you have a thought or you want to gossip about somebody or you want to post that mean thing or something. Just, it's not worth it. Love will fix everything. Maybe not everything right away, but eventually. Right. So my story, I'm the founder of a nonprofit as well. We provide resources and education to communities that are vulnerable for trafficking. So our mission is that we strategically fight human trafficking through education. So I am a retired teacher. I taught in Seattle, Washington. I taught here in Washington County School District. And I founded our organization thinking I would build schools internationally. Went to Haiti first time, realized that all the kids at the school and the orphanage, sorry, not the school, but there was mixed kids at the school, but all the kids in the orphanage I was working in had been victims of this thing called human trafficking. I had no idea what the heck that meant. But there was one boy in particular that I'm still convinced is mine that's still there. And he was the first one I found that he was trafficked from the Dominican Republic and brought to this orphanage. And I was dumbfounded. So this was 3 years ago. I was like, wait, what does that mean? So then I couldn't put it down. I went back to Haiti 3 or 4 times by myself with groups, various ways, and brought in resources to their school so that they can be educated so they don't end up back on the streets or out in the streets or sold to the next person that comes through town. Then I went and worked in aftercare centers in the Dominican Republic and saw the most beautiful women and children, friends, and you love them instantly, but the life that they've been through and the hard things they've been through. Then I came home and realized that trafficking is worse here than it is in
just so shocking.
These, insane areas across the world. You can almost imagine, Right. But when it's in your own backyard, so.
Well, and you don't want to see it here either. Like when I first met you, I'm like, what do you mean it's worse here? And like, just since knowing you, like it's so much on my radar and you see it and to know that it's literally in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And
it is in your neighborhood. I had a couple of really good friends that are authors that said, okay, well, we have really this fire inside that we want to do something in this fight. What do? We want to write a story. That's what we can help with. So can you give us some stories? So I gave them some real life stories and they turned it into some books. So I think I just posted it on my Facebook page, but it's also at globalep.org. There's 4 books that have been written and they're real life stories of how it would happen in your backyard, in my backyard, in Utah, in Washington, in any state in the United States, in a first world country. That's what these stories are.
And I can't wait. I just saw your post today, and I'm getting them, and I'm going to read them with my girls, which is going to be hard, but it's going to be educating. Like keep your eyes open because you don't know. It's so sad. Yeah. Like some of these stories.
It goes through like how you could get perfectly normal family, normal girl that's got a 4.0, and she's a cheerleader at Desert Hills or something. They just sounded like a regular high school, and she gets trafficked on Instagram. So it kind of shows what the behaviors look like. So if there's
it doesn't have to be that troubled kid or that one that gives you a hard time. Like it can be your perfectly polished.
How I found out about trafficking here initially was a family from St. George, 2 amazing parents, phenomenal parents, loved their daughter with all their heart, gave her everything. And she was the first case I ever heard of here. Wow. And they're freaking amazing parents. So it's not like it's just going to be like, oh, well, okay, well, we're safe because we're not blah, blah, blah. No. Yeah. And so our goal as a charity is to just raise awareness and like provide people with resources so that they can safeguard their family and generations. Absolutely. So here in the U.S., I tell stories of what it looks like. And we also, on our website, globalep.org, you can buy this filtering device for your internet. Pornography is the main root of the problem. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to go very far to hear a survivor story where they were raped on film and it's on Pornhub. So not only are victims that are in the life raped and it's filmed, so you're usually watching child rape videos, even though it looks like an adult if you see porn, or when kids are being held captive, they're forced to watch pornography for hours and hours and hours on end. So if something comes up across, your kid's phone or radar, go, hey, or think that could have been used to groom a kid, and that, enough is enough. So those are some like resources that we try to give families. So 1, they know it's real, but 2, that they can provide a filter for their own house. So
absolutely. And so we all need that. Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody does, especially this day and age.
And I shut off Instagram, like on my kids' phone at 10 o'clock at night and things like that, just different extra safeguards. So it's thecleanernet.com. You can buy those or buy it on our website at globalep.org. But how I got started was, I don't know if I had cancer 5 years ago. And when you look your mortality in the face, you realize your number is going to get called someday.
Yes, none of us are escaping that, right? Yeah. And we never know when it's going to be.
Yeah.
Could be tomorrow, could be today, could be 20 years. Yep. You don't know.
And when that happened, a complete shift changed. I knew always as a teacher I'd teach internationally, but when I got cancer, I knew I needed to take matters into my own hands, not knowing at the time where this path was going to lead.
Right.
So now
tell the story, because this is the story that so you had just completed your cancer treatment, or what was it? And you went with your family on a vacation, right?
Yeah. So I had just got done with my cancer treatment. My girlfriends and I went to The Price is Right.
Oh, I missed that. That sounds fun.
And I had gotten put on stage and I'd won a couple trips.
Wow.
And so I was working on a school project here, helping build, and I had, some things happened, my feelings got hurt. So I was taking this trip with my husband to Mexico. And I had been mulling over this problem. It really, now looking back, wasn't a big deal, but to me at the time it was a big deal. And I just was sitting on the beach, realizing, okay, I'm cancer-free right now, knock on wood. And I sat there on the beach and wrote on my journal for like a good 5 days. And this voice came to me that said, I gave you a second chance, don't waste it. So I sat there as I saw these sweet boys, these two little kiddos came up, and they sell chiclets to you or whatever. Yeah. And of course, being a teacher, I went and toured the little village schools. And so I was sitting there on the beach just kind of pondering how blessed my kids are, how blessed my students were, how blessed we are in the U.S. in general, how I could have been born and I could have been one of those kids selling chiclets. So could my kids. I could have been born in Africa. And all these things were going through my mind as I sat there on that beach. And then that voice came to my mind. And so I wrote down in my journal what I wanted to do. I thought, I'm going to do it my own self. Because the project I was working on hurt my feeling like, I'm doing it myself. So I reached out to some people back home from Mexico, and I said, I needed the best international business attorney money can buy, or I was willing at that point to do anything I had to do. So whatever I had to sell to get the right situation, because charities are tricky. Yes. So I went to a business attorney, and he is the number one philanthropic attorney, Travis Seckmiller. You guys might know him. He's my very good friend now. And he loves Global EP. He helps me a lot. But I sat down with his team and, came in the door, literally got off the plane, went to his office, brought this dusty, nasty journal, threw it down in front of him and all these fancy attorneys. Hi.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. My dream is to give kids books and help them be educated so that they can provide for themselves. And we're so blessed and blah, blah, blah. And
they believed in you and your heart.
And I'm, just a mess. And they were like, this is real. You totally can. I wanted to make sure there wasn't laws against it. And he said, I have a buddy I haven't talked to in years that called me this morning. And I used to work with in DC. And he said, there's an orphanage in Haiti that needs books and resources and everything. I said, great. Jumped on a plane and went to Haiti. And my life was forever changed. Yeah. And I fell in love with those kids. I fell in love with the simpleness. Fell in love with the fact that other cultures, maybe if they don't have anything, they still have a lot of love.
Right.
Yeah. Where we get in a rush here and people just put things that don't matter in front of them.
Right. And they worry about this thing that was troubling you when you're sitting on the beach, right?
Totally.
And when you go to somewhere like Haiti and you see oh my goodness, these people are still happy. And so happy. With nothing. Mm-hmm. They're happy with nothing but their hearts in each other and connections.
Yeah. The most loving, amazing people ever that I've met there. And so
with the least, right?
With the least
that
things.
Was my
they're playing with a rock as a camera and they're having a good old time.
One of my realizations this year was if I don't have the best of the best and, keeping up with the Joneses and everything else, but you go to these places like Haiti or the Dominican or somewhere else and they just live so simply and they're so happy. So happy. It's so true. What are we doing here? Every teenager should see it. Come with us. We'll take you. But I brought my teenagers and they were like, Mom, I'm so grateful we have food. It's you would have never thought of that before. Uh-huh. When you get wrapped up in your life, you forget to look outside of what you have here and realize that somebody else somewhere else is suffering that maybe you can help with, right? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be clear across the globe, right? Of course we do these amazing missions and go outside of here, but also right here in our community, you guys, right here, we have people that just look up for a minute and help them so you get out of your bubble and realize there's a bigger picture, and we're about to run out of time. So I want you to have the last little bit to say what you want to say. I would just say, if you ever are interested in how you can help in your neighborhood, go to globalep.org. I have different ways you can sign up to volunteer, but really, even besides that, just be the change. I mean, it might sound kind of cliche, but I really believe it. It's so true. Be the change that you want to see. Yeah.
like, give people a second chance. Just take a deep breath. When things are getting you flustered and mad, just breathe in and breathe out. It's not that important.
Yeah.
And also know what's on your kids' screens.
Yes, for sure.
The target age is 6 years old for porn. So
oh my goodness.
there's more on that.
Honestly, like I don't think I talked much this episode listening to you because I'm just in such shock. And I know, knowing you, that this goes on, but just hearing it is like, so sad. We need to be aware and educate ourselves. So we can
you don't know what you don't
safe.
know, but it's the fastest growing crime in the world. So be ignorant to think it's not going to affect us or someone we know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess
thank you for letting me share.
I'm so happy.
There's so much more to share.
There's so much more, and we will, trust me, we'll be getting there.
We will get there,
just
people.
a little bit at a time. I don't think anybody could handle us if we just like blah, blah, all the things, because there's just too much. So we've got to rein it in and let it out a little bit at a time. And our countdown is on, so we will see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Definitely come to the Glow Party, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
You've been listening to Finding the Fire, where we are finding deeper connections through sharing our life experience. Being placed in foster care, losing a child to SIDS, and a husband to suicide, Cindy has turned her story into the fuel that drives her. To be featured as a guest, go to findingthefire.com. Cindy is a former NICU nurse, a foster parent, has started a nonprofit, helps others, and supports her family by selling real estate. To find out more, go to involvedcommunity.com.